Hello, welcome. Today I have another ink sample review for you. This one is called Soft Mint and it's by Diamine. And this is an ink that I have been wanting to try for a while, and every time I ordered ink samples I would somehow forget, and then I'd go back and look and think, oh, I forgot the mint. So anyway, this should be a really pretty color, and I wanted to see how it looks in person. So all right. Definitely a very minty, like a wintergreen type minty color. Very pretty. Okay. I'll stop messing with it. We got to write the name. All right. Soft Mint. And this is by Diamine. All right, this is how it's looking so far. I'm going to set this under a fan to dry. I'll be right back. All right, and we're back. So this is the copy paper, and I'm going to test this out because I always like to check my inks on copy paper just to see if they feather or if they cause any other problems. Sometimes you're in a situation where you don't have your nice papers handy. Maybe you're at work or school, and you just want to know if you can put this in a pen and use it anywhere. All right, Soft Mint, this is copy paper. All right. Yeah, I'm going to draw a couple of lines because I'm just curious about something. Anyways, all right, that's how it's looking so far. And then we'll try this on some HP 32. And of course, HP 32 is just another kind of copy paper, but it is thinner, or sorry, not thinner. It is smoother, and it has a nice coating on it, so it resists the ink a little bit. And this means that if your ink has any special properties, sometimes they'll show up on this paper. It's also a really nice budget option. HP 32. And if there are any other inks you'd like to see me try, just leave a suggestion, and if I have it or if I can get it, then we'll do a review video. All right, that's how that's looking. And this is Tomoe River paper. And Tomoe River paper typically is going to show off your ink properties the best in most cases. It resists the ink really nicely. And I always like to do reviews with it. Okay. And if you like these videos or if they're helpful to you at all, don't forget to hit like and subscribe. That way you won't miss anything, and it also helps me out. Okay, that's how that's looking so far. I'm going to check on our swatch real fast to see if it's dry. I'll be right back. All right, we're back. So here's how it looks on the copy paper. There is a tiny, tiny bit of feathering. I have a feeling, though, that if you had this in like a fine pen, a fine nib pen, then it probably wouldn't feather. But this probably isn't the type of color that you would put in your pen and take with you to like sign papers and stuff anyway. So it's still a very beautiful color and looks really, really nice, very minty. And then here it is on the HP 32. And just like on the copy paper, it's a nice minty color. It's almost like a teal, almost like it's leaning that way. But it definitely has like that wintergreen, like mint look to it. And in this swatch here, you can see it's a much richer color with more dimension. But additionally, you can start to see some color separating. There's like this softer, almost like a blue tinted mint here, and then like a green tinted mint in the middle. I don't know if the camera is going to pick that up at all. And it's over here as well, a tiny, tiny bit. And there's some wonderful shading here in the writing as well. So this will give you some nice shading, it looks like. And then here on the Tomoe River, now you can really see what I was talking about here, where there was just this tiniest bit of separation. Now it's really dramatic. Here you've got this clearly like that green, more green leaning color, and here slightly more blue. And it has this halo shading going on. Just a whole bunch of shading and different colors and everything coming out here on the Tomoe River. And then of course you got some great shading down here, and anywhere that the ink gets laid down heavier, you've got a little bit of halo shading around it as well. So this might be really pretty on Tomoe River on a nib that lays down a lot of ink. That's my guess. So super pretty ink no matter what you use it with. But definitely the HP32 and the Tomo River are going to give you some nice shading. So that's really good. And then here's how it looks on the swatch. So where the ink went down lighter, you have this softer, lighter, more blue shaded, I think, minty green color. And you got some halo shading here in these loops. That's really, really pretty. And then down here where the ink got laid down heavier, there's some green that comes out. That's a little bit more obvious. And of course you got that shading going on around there. And then the writing, you can really see the shading of the two different colors, the blue and then that green. Kind of it just separates out more. Super pretty color. I really like this one. So I will leave a link where you can get this. And thank you so much for watching. You have a great day.